My stories are on Medium.com, WordPress.com, Newsbreak.com. Of course, I have a Substack newsletter, and I also, of course, I'm on TikTok and YouTube. It's funny about my wife and I were talking about dreams, hopes, and dreams, and what you want to do with yourself and ourselves and stuff like that. And and one thing we the conclusion we both came to is it doesn't pay to tell anyone about your hopes and dreams. Because think about it. I know in my situation, especially with my dad, well, I want to do this or I want to do that, and then he'd always do, well, with your learning disabilities, with your dyslexia, and with your do this or yada 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 yada. You know. In other words, don't even dream. Don't try. Don't want to see you hurt. Is the implication. See, should never have. So I just quit pretty much. I don't talk to people about this stuff anymore, or not as much as I used to, because nobody cares. They're not gonna, it's not that it's not always being malicious or anything. It's just that they think they know you, and they don't have any faith in what they can't see you as being more than what they see you as being. Does that make any sense? They just can't wrap their head around somebody rising above what they are or what they think that person is. They got you in a box, and that's all they can see is you in that box. They can't see you. They can't wrap their head, can't accept you getting out. And it's a lot of times it's malicious. A lot of times it's not. So what the point is, build your empire, work on your dream privately. Don't tell anybody about it. And a lot of content creators, a lot of people that I admire who are making a lot of money now, they'll tell you the same thing. Go do your 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 job or whatever job you have. Take your classes if you're still in school. But, when nobody's looking, do what you can to advance your dream. And never stop. Focus on the process. Just do your thing. You don't have to tell anybody about it. Because it's funny. I tell friends and family, talk about my YouTube channel, talk about my writing, and they're not interested. They flat, I doubt if any of them even look at my YouTube channel. Or even, they might have checked it out once or twice, read some of my Medium articles, but they're not sharing my content, they're not commenting. They don't, when they see me, they don't say, Lawson, we read that or saw that, good job. We appreciate what you're doing, you're doing great. Just crickets. And I don't understand that aspect of human nature, and I don't even think about it anymore. It is what it is. I know it's going to happen. I know what's not going to happen. And my wife is always after me not to talk, keep things to myself. And I'm really working hard to do that because I like to talk. I'm my father's son. My dad liked to talk too. And sometimes I talk too much. So I'm really working hard to keep things locked down. because the indifference is just the indifference will discourage you. The contempt and the lack of faith and the discouragement to constantly throw at you will weigh you down. So just do your thing in private. You know, keep learning, keep growing, keep studying. Follow the process that you set up for yourself. Be consistent with it. And just let them think what they want to think. See, the older I get, I'm 65 now, the older I get, the less I care about what other people think. And it set me free. So if you're young, think like a 65-year-old. Quit caring what people think. You don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to explain. I saw something written on a cubicle when I was a security guard, or as a janitor. Was a janitor or a security guard? Anyway, it said never apologize, never explain. Your friends don't need it, and your enemies are not going to believe it to begin with. You don't know anybody a breath. Just keep your mouth shut. Smile and nod and be polite. Tell everybody everything's going great, even if it's not. And just work on your process and do your thing. Because there's times to self-promote and there's times to be quiet. And if you just, and you expect your friends and family to have your back, but oftentimes they don't. It's just a sad fact of life. So, leave comments and suggestions. Please share my content, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good night.